How's it going, guys? Chumtaye back again. Been a little bit since my last video, but I haven't really had time to make a video, unfortunately. But something a little different today. I thought usually I do stick to just the Assassin's Creed, but I thought I'd do like I guess Ubisoft games in general because I do really enjoy all the or most of the Ubisoft games. So I might do the main thing would be Assassin's Creed, but I'll delve a bit into the other games here and there just to, change it up a little bit. So I might eventually do like the Far Cry series and like the Division and stuff like that. But for now, we're just gonna. I've been playing through all the Watch Dogs games again, so I thought I'd do a little video on that. I am playing on the DLC for the Bad Blood, I believe it's called. So just to avoid spoilers for the main story, if you see this video and feel like you might want to play through them, so if you don't want spoilers for this one, just don't take notice of anything that's going on. It won't really have any spoilers because it will the video will be done by the time it gets to any real spoilers of it. So just keep that in mind if you don't want to pay attention to, I guess, what's actually going on in the video. Just that warning there. But yeah, today we're going to go through a bit of what what it's like to play Watch Dogs again in 2025. Alrighty, so what I honestly think of this game, I think it's a pretty good game. I definitely think it's a bit underrated. I get with the controversy, controversy, yeah, controversy. I think that's how you say it. Around when the game was released, the graphics were shit in comparison to what they showed off. So I get why that stopped people from playing the game. Which I hate that they did that because it's honestly a really good game, and going back and playing it this year, I actually really enjoyed my playthrough this year. So I think I haven't played this one properly for a long time. I played it a bit when I got it with the Watch Dogs Legion season pass. I think this game came with it, and then I played it a little bit, then kind of left it from there. I honestly think it's a good game. It's definitely worth going through and playing again. Like the story is good. I just think the general gameplay is good, and I think with games like this, it's like I'd say it's probably the closest thing we get to like a modern day Assassin's Creed, especially these days. And I honestly think that I really want them to do a modern day Assassin's Creed. I wish they would just do it because honestly, I've been thanking for a good modern day Assassin's Creed, which I will do a bit of a video on that and what I think they should do and why they should do it. But for now, I think this is the closest thing we get to a modern day one. Obviously, it's a bit different. It's more like I suppose guns combat based, but I think it's a good foundation to show that a modern day Assassin's Creed could work, which I'll explain more in that video when I do that. But honestly, if you haven't played this game before, I think it's definitely worth giving it a go. It's kind of shit that playing it on PS5, you don't. Sometimes the frames run at 60, but most of the time they don't. I find they usually do drop down, which is quite annoying. But that aside, it's still generally. I found it was a good game. Like I really enjoyed playing through it again. Like actually grinded it until I finished it, which I find if I play a game that makes me grind it until I finished it, that's a good game. Because usually I struggle to grind some games. Like it's some games I just sort of, I'll play it a bit and then I won't play it for a while and leave it, and then go play all other things and stuff. But this game kept me hooked going through it again. I love the story, and then playing the DLC for it because I've never played the DLC, so it was good to play that. So it was something a bit new, I guess. And the game doesn't take too long to finish, so that's, I guess, a good thing. If you just want a good game, you can play and somewhat quickly finish, even with the DLC. I think the DLC only takes like 4 hours to finish if you focus on the main missions itself, but it is good to do some of the side missions for this one because it gives you perks, and the outfits I don't really care about, but the perks aren't too bad and you get a bit of money from it, which I found in the DLC I didn't really spend money anyway. I think I bought a couple of cars, but that was about it. But yeah, I think in 2025, I think it somewhat holds up. Like, somewhat. I think if you had, what would you say? I think if you had a bit more, if they up the frames for it, like did an update that up the frames, I think the game would be a lot better and hold up a bit more. But I mean, I can always put that aside, like graphics wise, frames wise, as long as it's a good game, I can kind of deal with it, I suppose. So I mean, if you played it on a PC, like a good PC, and maybe a couple of mods and stuff, it'd be fine. But I think I think it's bearable to deal with. Like, there's not really, I didn't really find any glitches or like any game breaking things, so that's always a plus. But yeah, my kind of verdict with it is I definitely think it's worth going back and having a play through it, especially if you haven't played it before. I think it's definitely a good game that has a bit of what would you call it? It just trying to think the way to put it. Um, it has a lot of potential, and I think the only thing that fucked it up was them showing off the game with the graphics they did show it off with. That's what sort of got rid of the hype and fucked it, which I understand, but I guess back when that happened, I was young, so I didn't really. It annoyed me a bit. I didn't play it until I had a PS4 because I seen that I hated how it looked on the PS3 and 360, but honestly, I think even then you can probably look past it because it is generally a good game, and I think it's definitely worth going in with an open mind, playing it for what the game is, not for what they showed the game to be. I think if you go in with a clear mind, don't think about the controversy with the release of the game, I think you could really enjoy playing this game. So I think playing this game in 2025, definitely worth it. 100%. I'd probably rate the game maybe around, it'd probably be between 7 and 8.5 out of 10. I would rate the game. I definitely think it's worth having a playthrough. I really enjoyed playing through it again. I'm currently playing Watch Dogs 2, so I'll do a video about that once I finish that, just to do my thoughts on that, and then from there I'll move on to Legion. Once I finish that, I'll do a video on that, and then once I'm done that one, I'll probably do like a video about, I suppose, like modern day Assassin's Creed, what I think they should do, or what I would like to see personally. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try and get another video out hopefully next week, or yeah, I'd say next week I'll probably get one out. So just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I won't drag it on too long. So if you really feel, I reckon if you do like Ubisoft games, I think you should play this one. And Assassin's Creed, if you like Assassin's Creed itself, I reckon this is worth playing. But yeah, definitely give it a shot. Personally, I think it's a really good game and it's worth playing even this in 2025. The game somewhat holds up, other than the frame drops and that. It's still a pretty good game. If you don't want to deal with that and you got a nice PC, play it on that, and I think it would go really good with that. So yeah, give this game a look, give it a go. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.